You're not a marshmallow, but you're the exception. Okay. I hope I'm not a marshmallow. I'm basically a marshmallow. I remember I came to Israel in Yom Ha'atzmaut 2008. The Rosh Hashiva brought over some older men for Memorial Day. The day before Independence Day is Memorial Day. The yeshiva stood at a historical spot along what used to be the Jerusalem seam line between what was then New Jerusalem and where the Jordanians took over, right? So you guys can see there are other remnants of such thing. Thank God it's mostly gone. So that seam line existed for some 19 years, since the state of Israel's independence until the Six-Day War. And these older men who came here were about 80 years old at the time. In 2007, they were basically 80. They had been 20-year-olds or so, or 19-year-olds during the War of Independence, and they were men from the neighborhood. This is in Beis Yisrael, near Sharim. Back then, it wasn't just all Hasidish and Yeshivish, okay? What we'd call Haradite nowadays. There were people from Jerusalem, and these three older men came, and they came to lay a wreath and talk about how they defended that space. They were stationed there. A bunch of kids had to fend off Jordanians there. They held the line in 1948. They held the line, and two of their friends fell there. There's a plaque there that says it. Of the five guys who were there, two fell. So these 80-year-old men came back and discussed this. And for 2 hours, the most emotional, powerful Yom HaZikaron thing I've ever attended. And that was, whoa. And here's the ironic thing. The yeshiva there was basically an Or Samech offshoot for guys who are a little bit more off the derech. Now, these guys back then, 18, 19-year-olds, they're not expected to wake up in the morning for chakras. That's on a good day. They're not expected to do anything. Many of them were just hoping they'll be in yeshiva long enough and they'll stop playing video games all day long and doing whatever else they do at night. And maybe they'll shape up. That's basically the point of yeshiva. Yeshivas like that used to be in Jerusalem. Are there still yeshivas like that? It's basically a rehab. There are very few of them. There are less of them, but they still exist, right? And I was looking around and thinking, well, and I'm what, 25 or whatever it is, 26 at the time. And I'm thinking, these men are big and strong. They really had school of hard knocks. They had to fight for their lives, their city, and their country. They really grew up. They lived history. Some of them died history. And they're talking to their counterparts, 70 years younger, who never did anything in their lives. They began everything on a silver platter, and now they're stuck in Israel, basically on vacation playing video games. Why? Because they floated through high school doing nothing. They still haven't made themselves into anything. And if they had to suddenly defend this place from, an Amalekite or Ishmaelite onslaught, that's it. They'd be toast, or they'd be toasted marshmallows. So I was looking around. Yeah, these men are steel, and we're a bunch of marshmallows. Yeah, we need some difficult times to create strong men. So these difficult times will create strong men because the good times are too good, and we made too many weak men.